Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Hunter and Archer and that hearing and what was said in a really old video and how it all ties together to provide a little bit of insight into American politics. Okay, so if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you missed it, a former business partner of Hunter Biden talked to Congress behind closed doors. Now, as soon as those doors opened, people started talking about what was said. The testimony indicates that that Hunter Biden did, in fact, put his father on the phone multiple times, about 20 times over 10 years. Now, this is the part that is getting a lot of play on right-wing outlets right now. The part that is not normally part of that coverage is the fact that Archer said during those calls they never discussed business. It also goes on to say, the testimony says that Hunter Biden was basically trading on his name. He was doing something shady, maybe unethical, but not necessarily illegal. The word Archer used was illusion. He was trying to provide the illusion of access to D.C., which did include his dad. The illusion, meaning there never was actual access. Testimony went on to suggest that Biden showing up and getting that prosecutor fired, that hurt Burisma. That hurt the company that Hunter was working with, because they had the former prosecutor, Shogun, the one that got fired, had him, quote, under control. They believed they had him under control. And a new prosecutor, well, that might be a problem. That's basically the information. So, what does that tell us? A while back, I had somebody who I had trained how to research. I'm not sure if I actually said this at the time the video went out, but somebody I trained to research, they went over to the dark side, and they started putting out a bunch of garbage articles. And I took that personally. I did. So I put out a video, Journalism 101, and the the Biden-Ukraine timeline. The point of the video was to illustrate how to use a timeline to debunk garbage narratives. There is absolutely nothing in the testimony that isn't in that video. And this isn't an I told you so thing. The important part is that video is from 2019. 2019. All of the talk about Burisma, all of the innuendo, all of the propaganda, all of the partisan rhetoric that has gone on about the Bidens in Ukraine. Their star witness, the person who worked with Hunter Biden, nothing new. All of this time, all of this, quote, investigation, nothing new. Nothing has changed since 2019. Do you think that they don't know that nothing's changed? Or do you think that they're just playing on the more easily manipulated base, giving them something to be angry about, giving them something to be scared of, and playing on those emotions? All that time has passed and nothing new. Nothing that was discussed, that was said during that testimony, that has shown up in any reporting is new. The only difference is now, rather than it taking like investigative work to find it out, you have Archer's testimony. But there's nothing new. So there is one little interesting tidbit. It's not new because everybody suspected it. It's even kind of referenced in that video. Like, these are the established facts. That doesn't mean it always has to be that way. You need evidence, because since he did something that I consider shady and maybe unethical, maybe he did do something illegal. But you need evidence. One part of it, they said that Hunter Biden was asked to call D.C. at one point on behalf of, I think, Burisma. That in and of itself, that's not a crime. If he did it and he acted as a foreign agent and wasn't registered, that could actually be a problem for him. Still doesn't connect anything to President Biden, which by their star witness, the one that they believed the Biden administration was so afraid of that they orchestrated that outrage saying they were trying to throw him in jail or whatever, the one that they believed was that important said that Biden never discussed business. So all of this time from 2019 to today, and nothing's changed. All of the money wasted, all of the "we've got him now" moments, all summed up in that testimony. Still nothing. Still nothing. You have a statement from Archer that might be enough to actually look into something. But, I think everybody kind of knew that request was made at some point in time. But it never appeared to have been acted upon. So even if the request was made, at this point, there's no indication that Hunter Biden actually followed up on it. So that's where it's at. All of that outrage, and still nothing. Again, doesn't have to be that way, but people are running out of sources of evidence. If you want to challenge the established facts, you can't use innuendo. You can't imply things and say, oh, that's not really what I meant. You need evidence. All this time. And nothing has changed from that video. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.